Good morning, Bishop.
Good morning, Barb. How are you today?
Really great. I'm so glad you're so willing to do these video chats for the diocese. I know people just love them.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, can you tell me what the purpose of the Chrism Mass is that's coming up?
Yes, it has really two purposes. One is to bless the oils that we'll use during the next year, and the second one is for the priests to renew their priestly promises.
Okay. And why is it called Chrism?
There are three oils that are blessed at the Mass: the oil of the sick, the oil of catechumens, those preparing for baptism, and the oil of chrism. And because chrism gets the highest blessing given to a material thing, the Mass is named after that oil. So it's the Chrism Mass.
And you actually mix, is it balsamic, or what is it?
Balsam comes from a plant, and it's a very, very thick, rich, sweet-smelling substance that you put into the olive oil for the chrism. In fact, at the end of a year, when they have to destroy the other oils and take the new ones back to the parish, you still can smell the chrism very, very well.
And why did they put balsam in it? What was the...
The sweet-smelling odor of God's presence, of the Spirit being there.
Oh, okay. That was totally new to me. What are some of the special elements of the Chrism Mass, in addition to bringing up the oil, or having the oils blessed?
Well, I suppose it's the gathering of the diocesan church. The deacons are there, the priests are there, the lay faithful are there, the bishop is there. And then it's mainly, the main elements would be, besides the Eucharist, of course, would be the blessing of the oils and the renewal of promises.
Can you tell me about when you're stirring the oils and everything? I mean, is that a somewhat messy process?
The deacons are pretty good. Once I pull the wand out, they're ready there to take care of it. But occasionally I have to go wash my hands after we're finished.
That's great. How do you choose the people who ask the bishop to bless those particular oils?
Haven't got a clue. Well, I know in general, of course. The catechumen, the oil of catechumen, is somebody getting ready for baptism. So it's probably going to be a catechist in the RCIA, or an actual candidate to be received into the church, or possibly somebody who last year was received, because they would have been anointed with that oil, or the catechist would have talked about that anointing, or even done the anointing.
Okay. And then, why do priests of the diocese renew their promises during the Chrism Mass?
I'm going to mention that in the homily this year. It does seem really strange why you would do that. The ritual calls for this Mass to be celebrated on Holy Thursday morning. And as a young priest, we always had to go to the cathedral on Holy Thursday morning for the blessing of the oils. And it was a much, much longer ceremony. And then you would have to come home and hear confessions and have the evening Mass and go into the Triduum. The new ritual says it can be moved to another date for pastoral reasons, somewhat close to Easter. So when it was on Holy Thursday morning, and in the evening you were celebrating the institution of Eucharist and priesthood, it fit together. But it's carried over to whenever you celebrate the Chrism Mass.
So why do we choose the date here, or how do you choose the date here in
We always do it the Monday of the week before Holy Week. For pastoral reasons. Holy Week can be very, very full and busy time. And this way it's a chance for us to get together, everybody, the whole church, but particularly for the priests to get together for a day of recollection before they enter into that very hectic time.
Oh, that's great. When you're addressing the priests, what's that like for you? I mean, to see all those priests there at one gathering and, you know, professing their commitment to the church and to, you know, fidelity with our parish and or the diocese.
My favorite thing is when they have to say they're going to be obedient. It is an awesome thing, and I presume, I know as a priest I did, they're pretty serious promises that you renew every year, remind yourself every year that you're going to do these things. So it's kind of awesome to ask them, and even to hear the people say that they will pray for their priests. It's very moving.
That is very moving. What's most meaningful about the Chrism Mass to you?
I suppose the gathering of the whole church, just to see, and it's increased every year, so that you know, people are bringing some of the youth who are going to be confirmed. A number of the catechumens and candidates come to it. Certainly a lot of people really enjoy coming to the Chrism Mass. So it's just seeing the people that are there and their enthusiasm for church and the music and the singing and all that. But probably the key thing for me, because I'm a bishop, is the anointing of the consecrating of the chrism, because I use it a lot.
That's right. Do you generally use it up by the end of the year, don't you? By the end of the liturgical year?
I use a lot of it, but no, we do gallons of chrism.
What do you do with the old oil then?
You either bury it or burn it.
Okay. And when is that done? Right after the Mass?
No, they would destroy the previous year after they get the new one.
Okay.
Every parish takes it back. We have them in little bottles, depending on how much they need. And the day after the Chrism Mass, we have a missioning with the priest, and they take the oils then back to their parish. And usually on Holy Thursday night at a parish, the oils are brought forward and put into the case that contains the oils in the church.
That's great. We should probably remind people the date of this year's Chrism Mass so that you'd like them to come, right?
I would love to have them come. It's the Monday before Holy Week.
Is that March 14th?
I believe it is.
And it's at
At
5?
5 o'clock
5
at the
o'clock?
cathedral.
Okay.
And then everybody is welcome.